Nindik Wangden is emotional as she embraces supporters waving her Tibetan flag. Welcome sights following the traumatic events from the day prior.
I'm just really lucky to be alive right now.
On Wednesday, Wangden and fellow activist Brianna Morgan tried to simulate a mock hanging by climbing the walls of the Chinese consulate. Their plans to promote a free Tibet were quickly foiled.
I felt a little tug, but I didn't want to think that somebody was trying to cut my rope. So I just closed my eyes and until I fell down.
Fellow protesters say that someone from the consulate cut Wangden's lines, causing her to plummet 15 feet and fracture her wrist. But the women's troubles didn't end there.
2 people from the consulate came onto the roof, incredibly angry. The man disappeared for a moment, came back with a steel pipe of about 3 feet long and about 1 inch diameter, and began to threaten me and hit me on my legs and my body with the steel pipe.
A court hearing today in San Francisco landed both women behind bars for up to 6 months.
They have each been charged with 1 count of forcibly thrusting themselves upon a foreign consulate.
A spokesman for the Chinese consulate would not say whether consulate employees had attacked the women or cut the rope, but he did say that workers feared for their lives. Meanwhile, Wangden and Morgan will be deciding whether to file a civil suit against the Chinese consulate workers next week. Pamela Bosley wants to hold her son, but she can't.
My baby. That's all I have. It's memories, pictures. That's it.
Terrell Bosley was just 18 when someone shot him as he left a church in South Chicago. His prom picture shows a young man who never had the chance to live his dream of being a famous bass player.
I wish they can stop because there's so many people that's losing their lives.
That's why 15-year-old Brianna Mercado calls all of Chicago.
Do it, please, to help the young kids and the young people and the young adults.
Make the city a safer place.
Don't kill a dream, save a life.
That's the slogan of Chicago's gun buyback program that pays people to give up their guns.
Today, I'm asking every resident of Chicago to turn in their firearm, shotguns, rifles, automatic, semi-automatic, pistols, revolvers. No question asked.
The goal is simple. Stop the gun violence.
I don't want another mother to ever have to visit their child at the cemetery like I do.
It's like walking through a fairy tale.
To see all the Christmas lights and walk by the lighted store windows with the snow, it's just like out of a literature.
The tri-state area saw its first snowfall this year. 2 to 4 inches blanketed northern Jersey.
About time we got a little snowfall. It's a lot of fun.
The landscape transformed into a wonderland of lights and snow.
I don't mind the cold. I like the snow.
New Jersey road crews were out since 3:30 this afternoon, hauling salt to melt the ice on the streets, so residents can enjoy the snow safely in more ways than one.
I like playing in it and I like eating it.
Justin Wiley and Marcelo Garzo are wheeling in a green vision.
A perfect solution to the issues that we face today, including high gas prices, environmental degradation.
It involves 2 wheels, pedals, and a lot of safety gear.
We are doing this because of many issues around transportation, health, and environmental sustainability.
Throw in a $10,000 grant from UC Berkeley and you've got the Green Bike Share, a program that rents bikes to students for $15 a semester.
We're going to have kind of like a welcome packet. It's going to have stuff from UCPD on bike safety. We're going to have maps so we can give people good, safe routes to and from their places.
And if the bike is stolen, there's a solution for that too.
We actually got the locks insured, so if they are cut, the user is not liable.
Many students we spoke with were glad the program got rolling.
I think that's amazing. That's fabulous. I'm a huge cyclist and a proponent of cycles.
Others say the cost has them hitting the brakes.
I think it'd be more cost efficient if just people bought the bikes.
By next year, Green Bike Share hopes to have 100 bikes and multiple checkout points throughout campus. In the meantime, its founders look forward to a successful launch.
He's gonna go to a foster home tonight.
Emelinda Navarez tends to her pack.
Get in there, Mommy. Go in.
Here at the corner of New York's 17th and Broadway, she has been saving animals for 41 years.
They get a lot of love. Come here, Papi.
say hello.
Melinda is the founder of Earth Angels, a no-kill organization that rescues abused dogs.
We think they are like angels in this earth. Even if it's one a day that I could save, it's one that is out of problems.
To date, she has saved nearly 10,000 dogs. Cancer didn't stop her.
But this woman who never takes a day off, never, ever, 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 who does it 7 days a week, 30 days a month, 12 months a year.
She's done so much good work. It's hard to know even where to begin with the work that she's done. How many lives she saved.
Earth Angels is small, run by 17 volunteers. As the economy worsens, donations have fallen 25%. Today, Melinda pays for the treatment of these pups out of her own Social Security.
It costs money, but you know what? It doesn't matter.
In May, the New York Housing Authority banned large dogs from the public housing projects. On average, Melinda receives 8 to 10 calls a day from overcrowded shelters begging her to take their dogs.
I'm going right now. I'm heading in the van right now.
She continues to save as many as she can.
That's a good dog.
He's a beautiful dog. He's going to find a good home.
Reporting from New York, Stephanie Lin for Go Inspire Go. Like most college students, Susan Shee's life revolves around her computer. She does her homework on it, chats, and sends email, but there's something in her hard drive that sets her apart from many of her peers.
We took this after the sailing event ended.
Pictures, hundreds of them. But they aren't just your regular pictures. These tell the story of her work at the 2008 Olympics in China.
I seriously haven't had this much fun in my life.
Susan was one out of over 10,000 volunteers at the world-renowned sporting event. At the sailing venue in Qingdao, she was one of 10 volunteers from a foreign country. Still, she felt right at home.
I haven't had a lot of mainland China friends, so it's nice to share our different points of view.
A fourth-year mass communications major, Susan worked with ONS, the Olympic News Service team.
We provide flash quotes from the athletes for the media, so every day after they get on land, after their race, we go down there, we take down what they say.
The days were long and the weather unpredictable.
There was one day with this huge storm. So that day it was everyone sitting in the office doing nothing, and it's just pouring rain outside.
But there were bright moments, like when China won gold and bronze in 2 rounds.
The medal ceremony was the most exciting one, because all the flags waving and everyone's just really excited.
And while she didn't get to meet Michael Phelps, Susan did spend time with seasoned Olympian Ben Ainsley.
He was in a little room next to my office, and we just sneaked in.
And wore his gold medal.
It was really nice.
It was a bittersweet moment for volunteers as the games drew to a close. Love yous, miss yous, and we'll meet agains were exchanged as people went their separate ways.
I made a lot of friends, and it was kind of some people that you'll never see again in your lifetime.
Fortunately, Susan's instant messaging program has her covered in the Keep in Touch department. And her laptop serves as a convenient database of digital memories, each a reflection of one country's 100-year-old dream and one woman's unforgettable summer.
To see this big event take place in China, it was like a dream come true.
In Berkeley, Stephanie Lin, Cal TV. Things are looking sunny for Arturo Escalera.
It's all worth it. I love it.
His GPA is stellar, his relationship steady, and he will graduate Berkeley in the spring. But there was a time when life wasn't looking so bright.
How can I go through this again? How could I go through the mental torture that it follows me into bed?
Art is a transfer student, one of the approximately 5,000 enrolled who experience a difficult adjustment process.
On my first midterm, I thought I just succeeded, walked out with a smile on my face, and I got a D on the midterm.
A problem school officials call transfer shock.
That has everything to do sort of with the GPA, taking a hit.
Lorena Valdez of the Transfer Re-Entry and Student Parent Center says the challenges facing transfers are many.
Many of our students see an increase in the workload, the amount of reading and preparing and studying that they must do. It's that on top of sort of making the social and cultural transition.
Lorena adds that social interaction is key. Find a niche in the community through clubs or sports. Heavy coursework is natural, so practice time management. And if you experience anxiety or depression, talk about it.
I feel a lot better for it.
Despite the obstacles, Art says it was all worth it.
I'm really constructively looking at the world now.
And he leaves Berkeley with advice for fellow transfers. Don't give up.
You're gonna do or finish whatever you set out to do. You wouldn't be here unless you were goal-oriented and you knew that there's things that you had to do and that were gonna get done.
In Berkeley, Stephanie Lin, Cal TV News.